Epic Viking battles, England's fiercest invasion. Let's set the scene. It's the late 8th century. You're living in a small English village tending sheep. One day you're milking cows. The next you see sails on the horizon. Suddenly, out of the dawn mist, massive ships slice through the water. Their bows are carved with fierce dragons. The sails are striped. The men aboard? Vikings. Now, Vikings weren't just raiders, explorers, traders, settlers, but let's be real. When people think Vikings, they think war. Blood, fire, the clash of axes and shields. The first big shock, Lindisfarne, 793. A peaceful monastery, famous for its holy men and priceless treasures. Until the Vikings showed up, they smashed through the doors, looted everything, and left the place burning. That attack shook England to its core and kicked off what's now called the Viking Age. But why did the Vikings target England? Simple. It was close, wealthy, and totally unprepared. English kings were caught sleeping. Wave after wave of longships hit the coast. Sometimes they came for gold, other times they came to stay. Imagine being an English villager. The fear, real. The chaos, total. Vikings would rush ashore, axes swinging, shields up, shouting war cries that echoed for miles. But here's the twist, it wasn't non-stop violence. Over time, Vikings started settling in England. They built towns, married locals, even set up their own kingdom in the north, the Danelaw. For a while, England was divided, part Anglo-Saxon, part Viking. Of course, the fighting never really stopped. King Alfred the Great became a legend for standing up to the Viking armies. He built forts, organized the first real English navy, and even managed to take back lost land. But the Vikings adapted too. They weren't just warriors, they were smart. They used hit-and-run tactics, sailed up rivers to strike deep into the countryside, and formed massive armies called Great Heathen Armies. The war between Vikings and England became a game of chess. Sometimes the Vikings won. Sometimes the English pushed back, but every battle, every raid, every burned village left a mark on English history, and by the time the dust finally settled, the Vikings had changed England forever. From language to law, from town names to trade routes, their impact is everywhere, even today. So next time you hear about Vikings, don't just picture horned helmets and chaos. Think about a clash of cultures, a battle for a nation's soul, and a legacy that refuses to fade.